Hello, hello. I hope you're doing okay today. If you can let me know if you're watching, if the audio is okay, but I am excited about today. It's a day of celebration, so I hope you're doing well. Hi to everyone in the chat. Good to see everyone here, and I know not everyone probably who gave is able to make it today, but even if you didn't give, I hope that today will be encouraging and enjoyable for you to watch as well. Hey, thanks, Asim. Glad you've enjoyed the channel. All right, well, let me go ahead and switch a couple things over here. And let's see. OBS switched around all my inputs, so I think we're good now. All right, there you go. Hope you're doing okay today. Well, what we're going to do is be pretty quick today. I don't plan on doing a whole lot of, hey, awesome, glad you can hear me. I don't plan to be doing a whole lot today. It'll be a fairly quick stream because it's mostly about celebrating kind of what we were able to do together. I'm really, just absolutely pleased that we were able to raise $1,200. I had, I think, 45 people give. And not everyone even sent in their stuff. I had somebody give a massive amount who just said, hey, don't worry about it. I just wanted to give. And that's, I don't know, it's great having a YouTube channel, but doing stuff like this is really enjoyable to be a part of. And thank you all. You're all the ones who made it happen. I give myself, but I give through a different fundraiser just to not pad my own my own numbers. But and I've done that for the last several years. So last year and this year, being able to give back to St. Jude and kind of like organize it has been really cool, and to have other people join as well. You hear static. Weird. Okay. Hopefully it's not too bad. Let me know if you still have too much problem with it. I have had a little trouble recently with some static, so I don't know if that's, maybe it's a bad cord or something like that. So another reason to go a little quick, but yep, it's live. Okay, well, hopefully this is at least legible enough for you. Here's what we're going to do today. If you have questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. I'm happy to answer a couple questions as we get going. But mostly I'm just going to give away the giveaways and then chat through some of the prizes and also kind of what we've been doing. But we've been raising money for St. Jude, and St. Jude is a children's cancer research hospital, and they also treat other diseases as well. But one of the cool things they've done is brought the childhood cancer survival rate from 20 all the way up to 80%, which has been really cool just since 1962 here. The nice thing about St. Jude is they don't charge patients or their families anything. And so if you gave to this, or even if you're interested in giving to this, technically the fundraiser is still open until about, I think, 10 a.m. Eastern time or so today. So you could still give, and I can't include you in the giveaway, but it would be worth it. But they care for all these families, just fly them in, they'll feed them. There's a bunch of cool things that I hope to share today as we get going, but this is what we've been giving to this whole month, and I just want to say a huge thanks to all those who have given. All right, you ready for the first winner? Let's go ahead. We've got 18 to draw, so we need to be quickish about it. So what I'm going to do is click here, and this should give it to Wallaby if I've done all this code correct. The next one will go to Coca, and then et cetera, et cetera. And again, I will contact all the winners directly from chris@codingandpublic.dev. All right, so here we go. Let's draw the first winner. The first winner is, and you have more of a chance the more you gave, and that would be whoever 401 is. I don't have names for everyone, so I figured this is the easiest way to kind of keep track. So 401, you've got Wallaby, and if you know who you are, feel free to drop your name in the chat. That'd be cool to see. Wallaby is a really cool tool for writing tests and testing those directly in your code editor, so you don't have to constantly be flipping back and forth between your actual tests themselves and other things. So that's kind of the use case for Wallaby. Well, let's talk a little bit more about St. Jude before we give away something else, and that would just be that if you're interested in kind of how they work, exploring the different research, the cures they've done, or they've got this nice little grid of things where you can actually find different fundraisers or see certain recent science and medical news discoveries. You can read stories, which we'll look at some of those, but I encourage you to go to stjude.org, and I forget what this URL is. That's just their homepage. So I'd encourage you to go check that out there. All right, second winner, this is for Quokka. Quokka is a really cool JavaScript and TypeScript tool that especially helps you debug while you're writing, again, directly in your code editor. Both of these are the pro licenses. Wallaby, I think, is like $135, and Quokka is $55. And huge thanks to Wallaby, who's the company that owns both of these, for giving me several of these to give out. All right, this would be 214, whoever this is. I love the Arc browser, me too. Hey, welcome. I'll look at Wallaby and Quokka here in just a second. Learn Astro is the course that I have coming out. Hopefully here in the next several months, I'll have at least a basic version of it ready sooner than later, and then I'll add to it as we go just to make sure I get something out there sooner than later. But by the end of the year, I plan to have at least kind of the core package available for Learn Astro. So I'm going to give away, I think, 4, because I said one for every 4. Look at that. Somebody else gave 1235. This is cool because this is live, so that's awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and click, and first one to win that is 403. You can only win one of these things, by the way. You can't win multiples. At least that's how I've done it. Yeah, I'll include links to all these in the description after this boys meme. Thanks for asking. I probably should have done that to start with. All right, and then finally CloudCannon, which is a static site generator, and you can use it with a bunch of different things. I use it with Astro, and I've done a video on it as well. So I'm going to go ahead and click, and let's see who gets this. This is a $6,000 team plan. It's a 2-year team plan. Amazing by the folks at CloudCannon. I approached them and just said, hey, would you be interested in doing something? And they said, how about a $6,000 team plan? And I said, well, I could do that. That sounds great. So, all right, number 13, whoever you are, congratulations. Maybe next year I should do names because, you know, it's hard to just yell number 13, but not everyone wants their name broadcast, and I didn't want to have to, like, make sure I got names from people to have something to show. So this is how I decided to do it this year, but let me know if you have thoughts on that. All right, back over this way. I just wanted to mention one of the cool things they've just done is open what's called the Domino's Village. It's a really, really cool patient building. It's right there on site, on campus. They actually have some like basic doctor's offices there. They also have housing facilities, so it's like little apartments for the family. Often in the past, if you had multiple members in your family, it was just very hard to find housing for you locally. Now this provides housing for larger families, and then lots of really cool areas. So like a lot of play areas. They actually have reading rooms. By the way, one of the things they do that's really cool is they will keep your school going, either helping you keep up with school back from home, or you can, actually, if you're there for a more long term, they'll actually take over your schooling and made it for you as a child. Lots of other cool things you can see here: arts and crafts rooms, outdoor playground, rec room. This is all for kids who are suffering with childhood cancer. And so this gives them an environment that's enjoyable, especially with everything that they're going through. And this is some of what your donations go to. It's this kind of stuff. All right. What is this? Yes, we just started. This is not a website you can visit. This is just a website here. I've been raising funds for St. Jude Children's Cancer Research Hospital all month. And those who've given and sent me their information have a chance to win some of these things right here. And that's what's happening right now as we're giving these away and celebrating together. All right, let's go ahead and draw at least 4 more. Here's for Wallaby. 128 wins that. And again, I'll contact everyone who wins. And then this is that JavaScript test helper in your code editor. We've also got Quokka, which is for working with JavaScript and TypeScript files, and does a lot of debugging directly in your application, which is super helpful. I use it a lot for just quick little things. You can either run it once on a file or actually have an entire file that is constantly running every time you save. There's lots of cool ways to use that. I've done a short on it recently if you're interested in that. All right, another one to win my Learn Astro course is 129, whoever you are. And again, I will contact you, and that will be a few months out, so you'll have to wait, but hopefully that's okay. Another one of these CloudCannon plans that are $6,000 each. It goes to 307. All right, Joel, you won Wallaby. Yeah, it's really cool. You're going to really enjoy it, especially if you write a lot of tests. That's what I want to see. I want to see people in the chat excited about winning stuff. That's what makes this enjoyable. All right. Let's reload this just in case somebody else gave. No, nobody else. Let's see. Back over this way. I'll just walk you through a couple things here. This is that Wallaby testing environment here directly in your VS Code, and I'll just play a little bit of this. But you can see how like you get this little output directly here, and you actually get like code coverage squares over here that tell you what your code coverage is. There's just a lot of really cool stuff you get with Wallaby. And we'll look at the other ones in a second. But while we're talking about Wallaby, let's go ahead and give another one away. This is to 305. Hey, it was a team thing. You guys are the ones who gave. I'm just glad to have thought of the idea to use the channel this way, because this is way better than just like making money or getting a name. Here's Quokka. This is really, really cool. I did a short on this. This is probably what I use the most. You just can get live results of anything, like any variables, just write them out there directly, and it will actually update in real time. That's one of the cool things it does. It does a lot more than that, though. It'll give you code coverage once again, just with these quick little indicators. You can actually kind of track your steps through time, almost like you're debugging, but again, directly in VS Code, which is really cool. A lot of these things are free. This log points here comes with a pro plan, but a lot of the ones I just showed you, you can just get automatically. There are some limitations for how you use them, but anyhow, there's just lots of really cool things here. Like you can explore values that are like for instance, like the document itself. And here, I think that, yeah, that's what they show here. You can actually explore different values in there just by writing it and then opening the sidebar, essentially, and it shows you a bunch of cool stuff. So really like Quokka. Let's give another one of those away. 138. I should probably plug my own course since we're talking about that. That's this one right here, this Coding in Astro, Learn Astro course. And let's get the animations while we go. But I'm going to be adding more about this course as I get it closer to production. But you can see I've got about 1,000 people waiting right now. And let's go ahead and give away another one of those. 132. Quokka. Oh, yeah, it's really awesome. Hey, Jeff, I'm so sorry to hear that. But I'm so glad that we get to donate to help families just like yours. Hopefully that story doesn't have to be told again. That's the whole point, is they're not going to stop till childhood cancer is gone. And what a great thing to give towards. Cloud Cannon, another one of these $6,000 plans, and I'll just jump over here. It's really, really cool. So basically you just pass it your stuff, and for the most part, it grabs your data and just figures it out for you. So you have a really handy CMS, but the cool thing about Cloud Cannon is, unlike some other things where you have to manipulate all your data, you just send it your data. You own all your data. It lives in GitHub or wherever you have it hosted. And then it just grabs that and basically allows you to tap into it, and it will actually push commits for you and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of really cool things about Cloud Cannon. They've done a lot of important stuff in the space, and you can see they're used by a lot of really important companies. Even if you're just like, I'm not sure if I'd use them, if you win this, I would really encourage you to explore this right here. And if you like Astro, I've done a course on Astro, or a video on Astro and Cloud Cannon that'll hopefully at least help you get started or understand the benefits of it. And I'll remember to link that in the description later. So let's give another one of those away. $6,000 here to 126. Yeah. All right, I've got a couple more left. Let's go ahead and do another one for Wallaby. This is 311. I think I've got 5 of Wallaby, 5 of Quokka, 4 of Learn Astro, and 4 of Cloud Cannon, if I remember correctly. So I've got 5 left. So let's do another one from Quokka. 212. Good, I don't have any repeat numbers. That was my plan. We don't want that at all. And then another one of my courses, 309. That's the last one for my course. And, oh no, I guess I have 2 more up here. One more for Cloud Cannon, and then let's look at a couple of other things about St. Jude real quickly. So one of the cool things is this is actually part of a bigger fundraiser. So if you gave, the fundraiser that my fundraiser is under has raised, almost a little bit more than $750,000 just this September, which is amazing. They've raised almost $3 million in the 5 years they've been doing this. This is a podcast network that I've followed for a long time, and a huge thanks to Mike and Steven, that's these people's, for putting this together. And so when they open up the opportunity for people to raise underneath them, I thought, hey, that's a really easy way to jump into this and kind of maximize my giving. So I gave through theirs, but set up mine through theirs as well. So really, really happy with that. I was going to mention over here on the homepage, they've got a bunch of these kind of stories right here. And I think that's where I got one of these right here, this one right here. As you can see, if this loads, yeah, there we go. So there's a bunch of these really, really cool stories where they'll actually talk you through people who, like here's an 11-year-old swimmer who's raised 70,000, totally dwarfed what we did, but every dollar counts. Just talking through different stories, different people who survived. Here's a girl who started a fundraiser to help her best friend. So there's all kinds of really inspiring stories here, and you get to be a part of that, which is really cool. Being an Astro guru, what are your thoughts on SvelteKit, and how do you think they compare? When would you reach for the one over the other? I'm not sure I'm an Astro guru, but I do enjoy Astro, and I have not used SvelteKit, so I don't know that I can speak a whole lot. I mean, I have a general understanding of how it works, but that's about all I got. So I'm not sure I could be a huge help to you. I think generally speaking, with any of the more reactive frameworks, I would just say if you need like a full web app, Astro can do it, but I think it there's a lot more handholding that you get in the other frameworks that they're kind of built for that. So I think Astro will continue to expand in the area and make it a harder choice. But for now, I'd say if you need a full web app, then I'd probably go with something like Svelte. Yeah, I heard some buzzing. I heard somebody was mentioning that earlier. I'm not sure what's going on, so I'm going to have to figure that out. So sorry for the trouble. However, when it comes to Astro, like for me, that's my default. And unless I have a reason to choose something else, I always go with Astro. So I'd say I would stick with Astro unless you say, I know why I would use SvelteKit. But that's coming from somebody who's never used SvelteKit. So there you go. All right, 2 left here. One more for Wallaby.js, which is number 15. And then finally, we've got another one for Quokka.js. And again, I will email you all, even if you weren't able to watch this live. But thank you so much for donating. As you can see, this is a really impactful charity. And 82 cents of every dollar goes directly to these things. The other ones go to like helping with operational expenses and stuff like that. And they actually have a breakdown of exactly how they use all donations on their site, which makes me feel a lot better about organizing something like this. And finally, we've got another Quokka. That's 124. So that's everyone who won something today. Hopefully you won something. And yeah, I really enjoy your participation with me. Let's refresh just one more time to see if somebody happened to have given now. 12:35. That's still great. Like I said, it's still open for a couple of hours. I don't have anything more to give away, but hopefully seeing some of what they're doing inspires you to partner with them. All right. Well, thanks so much for following along. Thanks so much for raising funds with me. What a cool thing to be part of. And thanks for being a part of this. I will catch you next time. Sorry for the mic buzzing, but hopefully you enjoyed the stream all the same. And again, I'll send emails to all those of you who won. stjude.org, donate yourself today. And again, you can still technically donate through my fundraiser for the next couple of hours if you'd like to add on top of this to see everything St. Jude is doing. All right, thanks so much. I'll catch you in the next one. Happy coding.